Right now, they're raffling the OBQ, the maple. Yeah, 30 tickets. So 1 in 30 wins. But if you're looking at one, come back and tell me why it's sell it. Yeah.
Let me know when you power it up.
We're on. I'm just waiting for you guys. Okay, guys, we're just getting set up here. The teams are just setting up, filling out their score sheets. I'm going to do my best to follow along here. This is the first break. We've got the Republic of Newfoundland versus Short Fuses. Obviously, Newfoundland versus Ontario. Hello, everybody. Thank you for patiently waiting. We were supposed to have some matches at 6, but everything got delayed. So here we are. The match here that we're watching is on table 2. This is Bruce from Short Fuses, Ontario. And he is playing Stu from Newfoundland. Both these teams are racing to 9. So first team to get to 9 wins the match. Are you guys A side or B side?
Second chance.
Andy, the BK Rush tickets are sold out. And I believe that was won already by a John. I missed the name. But the guys will let us know when they come back. They're just grabbing a quick bite to eat. Yeah, I'm sure Steve was online when that was drawn. Steve, do you remember the gentleman's name that won that? I believe it was a John something or other. I believe it was like a John Bromland or something like that. Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We are watching the 9-ball teams. And everything has been delayed and already assigned a table, so we are watching. We just got something moved here. This is the second chance, I believe they said. B, second chance. 3-man team, 9-ball. So on the main screen here, this is Stu versus Bruce. Stu is on the Republic of Newfoundland. Bruce is Short Fuses from Ontario. Like I said, we're racing to 9. So, in the 9-ball event, off the break, the 9-ball does not count in the bottom 2 pockets off the break, but counts in the top 4. Also, the 3-foul rule is in effect. So, keep that in mind. Maybe we'll see that happen a couple of times. John Barrow. Thank you, Steve. I knew you'd know. Thank you, Jim. I will let the guys know when they get back from dinner, and we'll get those off to you. There seems to be a little discussion about a ruling here on the second table. That's why that second table is empty. So that is game 1 for Stu. So in the 9-ball, this is my excuse me. This is my first crack at watching 3-man 9-ball. So what happens is you play the same player 2 times in a turn. They break once, you break once, and it is only a win that counts. So like we just watched Stu and Bruce. Stu won the first game, so now they play again, and it was the other person's break. Jason, everything seems to be good on my end. I've got it pulled up here on a tablet, so everything seems to be going good here. So if you missed that, guys, just to let you know, in 9-ball, off the break, the 9-ball does not count on the bottom 2 pockets, and the 3-foul rule is in effect. Yeah, guys. We the podium didn't have anything assigned to these tables right away. Everything's been running behind, so we scrambled to get a match. You are racing to 9, Terry. So sorry, we were scrambling to get something on these tables for you guys. So we are watching the B division hard luck, I believe this is. Kyle Jones. All these draws are available on CompuSport. So if you guys go to compusport.ca on your computers, or there is a CompuSport app as well that you can download for your phones, just go to tournaments, find the CCS raid logo, and all of the draws for all of the divisions, all the singles and teams, payouts are all listed there. You can search for individual players as well and follow along with them. You can see who their opponents are. Very, very handy. Steve, the BK Rush draw has been done. That was won by a John Burrows, I believe. It is a John. I am not positive of his last name. But when the guys get back from their dinner, I'm sure they will fill us in. Yeah, after this rack here, guys, I'll flash up that new raffle. It is 30 tickets for 20 bucks. Sorry, there are only 30 tickets available for purchase. They're $20 each, I must specify. So a good chance at winning. 1 in 30. Yeah, Steve, I think there's a lot of people in the same boat. Wow. Not a bad shot from Stu. Also, if you guys can just take a quick second and share the stream for me, I'd really appreciate it. We've been offline now for about an hour and a half, and that was unplanned. Not a bad lead for Stu on that 9-ball. And a good hit. Looks like Tony gets another win on the other table. And a win for Stu. Thanks, guys. I was kind of MIA this morning. Both the guys were here, so I didn't want to crowd the mic. Did you just buy it outside?
Yeah. Keep it all.
Yeah, that was a nice 8-ball from Stu. These 9-ball games go fast, guys. Sorry, I'm sleeping at the wheel here. Here is the new... Oh, thanks, Steve. That is Ryan sleeping at the wheel.
Okay. Pull up a seat.
I'll have to get him to fix that when he comes back after dinner, because I am not 100% on how to do that.
On what?
Just add something on here. So now we are watching Terry versus Shane. 9-ball, 3-man teams. 9-ball does not count off the break in the bottom 2 pockets. 3-foul rule is in effect. This is Terry in the black and red shirt. Republic of Newfoundland. And I am doing my best to follow along with the score sheet here, guys, so hopefully we're not too far off. They are both racing to 9, both teams.
Doing good. We just moved Vancouver to northern BC.
So if you notice, on the tables, each opponent plays their other opponent 2 times in a row. So Terry at the table here is playing Shane. They will play twice. One person gets the first break, the other person gets the second break. Terry is all muscle. I don't even know if he knows how to shoot something soft.
What? Soft? Issues with hitting soft?
Yeah. Well, just they were saying why hit it so hard. Popped it off the table. Yeah, unfortunately, Ben couldn't make this trip. He had other commitments, but we sure do miss him. Our crew is just not
For the cannon, you're supposed to say.
not 100% without Ben here.
That's why he hit it hard. He was looking for the cannon.
You guys got that? So if anybody is curious, the Jet Setters team has just won their last match. Unfortunately, they are on the B side, but they're keeping on, keeping on. I'm sure you do. It's probably just killing you watching the stream, Ben. Yeah, so if you just missed that, Todd, Steven is sitting beside me. Unfortunately, the Jet Setters, or half of the Jet Setters, they broke their team into 2 sets of 3 for this event. But Steven and Joe and PJ is one half of the Jet Setters. They are on the B side, but they're still pulling through. So they're still in. And hopefully we'll see them on the stream here soon. Barry, Vino, and Eric are the other half of the Jet Setters. They are also in and also on the B, battling through. The 9-ball event is handicapped. All the A, B, and C's are in one division, and it's just a matter of a handicapped race.
Bar table hustlers forever. Still hustling in the bars.
We've been a lot of good players. Kevin Hartnell,
That's a 9-ball for Terry.
Stan, everyone now rattled.
So Shane broke the first match against Terry. So now it's Terry's turn to break for Shane. You play every opponent two times.
Dennis will beat him on the A side, and then I'll knock him out.
won. You won a nice tournament there. It was like a memorial tournament.
Shit's good though.
Yeah, if you're inquiring about the 8-ball singles, that actually has not taken place yet. Steven and Eric are due to play. However, since they were both in the 3-man team event that started early this afternoon, they haven't had a chance to play. So we're hoping that's going to take place at some point later this evening when they get a lull in their schedule. If we hear of anything happening, we will definitely let you guys know.
One time when I was at the rack, that's when I used to play with Jimmy upstairs. He was working there.
Yeah.
I was walking up the stairs.
Okay, so Terry's break. 9-ball does not count in the bottom 2 pockets. And I would imagine we're in for a big smash. A Hulk smash.
Jimmy slapped that. Dad, how you doing? He said, I'm just about to break Charlie Brown's record. He said, it's 141. I'm on my way to 142.
Oh, not too bad. He gets unlucky in scratches, though.
Take your time, Jimmy.
And 2 balls down. So Shane has 7 balls to run out here if he can. Short fuses have yet to get on the board, so they definitely need to step on the gas here before it gets too far away and out of reach.
Which cue are they raffling now?
The OB, the maple one in the back.
This one.
Only 30 tickets at $20.
30 tickets. $20.
Maybe tomorrow.
Hopefully, maybe you never know. You gotta get your tickets in.
Oh no, I've been there, done that.
Smart guy. Did he break the record?
No, he's freaking after I walked in there and he freaking rattled that shot. And he got pissed off. He got mad at me. He said, why the fuck did you go up there at that time? Really big break record.
That's funny. He called you over.
Yeah, I walked up the stairs, there's about 12 people watching. And then when I came up there, he got all excited. He said, Dad, how are you doing? I just must break the record. Beat Charlie's record. It's gonna close, but
They're both going to 9.
thank you.
I bet everybody's been asking all damn day, eh?
All damn day. Do you know when that's going to happen? Do you guys have an idea?
Probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Probably not, though. Because the 8-ball team start tomorrow, too.
So maybe late tonight.
I'm not doing it. I just about passed out like 3 times already, and I haven't even had a nap. Maybe we'll see what Eric says with the crying face like that. They're just trying to see the finals in action.
So, everybody online?
My cool mom here. Just wants to see the game. Everybody wants to see it too. They keep asking all day.
That's what they're waiting for. So as we get updated on that final, guys, I will let you know. Steven was just whining about how he hasn't had time for a nap. I'm busting nuts over here on the air so that you cannot turn back. But unfortunately, with the tight schedule, we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be 9-ball teams all night tonight, and then 8-ball teams starting tomorrow. So, back-to-back-to-back matches. Looks like Shane's going to get out here. And that is the first win for Short Fuses. Oh, I think that actually goes here.
Looks like it's hill over there with the other jet setters. I'm gonna quickly go run over there. Because that's fucking too interesting not to be watching. They're right there.
Hey, we got 7 now. Oh, race 9, that's right. Race 9. Yeah, race 9 is number we got. What's the score anyway?
There is a gentleman here from Short Fuses that would love to send hugs and kisses to a Michelle.
Should be able to have another.
A little shout out. He's hoping to buy some points. Go over to this table here. This is Terry versus Bruce. I know, Steve, right? These young kids these days. Gotta nag them to do anything. Aaron, I am not positive on what is happening with that. As we get closer, I will let you know. We have not ironed that out yet. When the guys get a chance to play.
They're still in.
They're still playing. They're both on Steven and Eric. Teammates.
Yeah.
This is Bruce at the table. And Short Fuses needs a few wins here. They're racing to 9. And it is currently it is currently 7-1 in a race to 9. So this could be over fairly quickly, or it could go hill and end up being twice as long. So never know. 9-ball is one of those crazy ones that you just can't gauge. And unfortunately, that is a foul. Looks like we're gonna see a 5-9. Like so. And Jet Setters number 2 also pulls through on the B side, so they are still in, giving me updates as they fly on by to check in.
7-1? Yeah, they only won one game. Oh, okay.
No, Ben, for real? Let me check that. Teams, men's mixed 9-ball. Jet Setters versus the Jet Setters. Well, we'll have to see what we can do about getting that here. You are playing next year? They've got you here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was just noticing that, Ben. It says 3 and 4, but I will do my best to get that moved to 1 and 2. Because that will obviously be a match. It's going to be a tough one. Just missed that one ball on the side. And the Republic of Newfoundland just needs one more game here. So between Terry and Tony, they just need one more win for the match. Oh, sorry, there was another win there. It is 8-1. So everything is open here for Terry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. On the other table in set, Tony has the 7, 8, 9. However, he's going to try and kick the 7. Oh, nice shot. Oh! Tough breaks for Bruce on that one. That was a nice jump shot, but it came right off and skidded right into the other corner. So ball in hand for Terry. Four, 5, 6, 7, 9. On the inset game here, I'll just switch this. This is Tony from Republic of Newfoundland, and this is the 9-ball for the match. That's it. I am on this one. Oh, she's beautiful. Perfect. That's a little love from Daddy right there. Giving a hey to his little one. 10-month-old baby girl. So didn't get the match, but he was able to say hey on the camera.
That's her right now.
Okay, guys, so just give me one moment here. We're just going to make sure that we have another match coming up. And hopefully it is what I hope it is. So just give me a second here.
Jet motherfucking setters. Motherfucking. Hey, here you go. Oh yeah, I got your charger. You have a Samsung charger? Can I borrow it for like 15 minutes? It's almost dead.
You went to B-side? You went to B-side? Okay. Yeah, tough competition.
Right here. Sure. Okay, guys, this is going to be a clash of the titans. If you guys know these players, you know that it's going to be good. Hi. No, I do not. I have, this is going to be jet setters versus jet setters here. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Okay, so the teams are just getting settled, you guys. I'll just show you an overview of the room. This is just from the desk where we're set up. We're set up in the very back corner. Behind me here that you don't see, there is the podium with Gary Benson and all his CompuSport staff.
So, Joseph.
54 tables in the room. $54 tables in the main event room here. Only if you want to die.
How does this thing work? You guys are too cool. Just got everything fatigue. Just drop it, whatever. It's only like, you know,
Steven.
$1,000.
This is streaming on Facebook.
Oh,
So if you do a search for Q Sports Live, set your notifications to on, and like the page, you'll get a notification every time we go live. Yeah. It's also available to watch on YouTube. So, yeah. Yeah, we follow along with the comments more on Facebook though, but if somebody doesn't have Facebook, it's available on, yeah, Q Sports Live. 3 words. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, guys, so this is going to be a match of matches. Share the stream. This is the one you're going to want to watch. I got my buddy Desmond here. You want to throw this on, Des? Me and you, buddy. Oh, this way. Like this. Yeah, and it just goes around the back of your head like this. Sorry, I'm sorry, what's your last name, Des?
Barry.
Desmond Barry, and you are from Sault Ste. Marie.
Sault Ste. Marie, yes.
Yes. Oh, hang on. Are you? I just want to make sure you're not muted, which you are not. Desmond's been around the block. He knows all the players. He's played with some of the best. He's trying to get something going out here in Sault Ste. Marie. He wants to build the pool community, which is always our goal. So we fully support him. I gave them to Mark. So while the guys are just filling out their score sheets and whatnot, I'm just going to flash this up here, guys. And I am fully aware that there is no sound on that screen. I will get Ryan to fix that when he gets back. But that is the new Q Raffle. 30 tickets to be sold, $20 a piece, so your odds are very, very good to win. Bird's Eye Maple, it is wrapless, and it's an OB with the OB shaft. You can email transfer your funds to qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. paypal.me/QSportsLive.
What's his name again?
This is Mark. It will be Mark, Eric, and Barry Huey on one team. Steven, Joe, and PJ on the other.
Yep.
So, we are in for a big treat, guys. This is Jet Setters 1 versus Jet Setters 2. They've got the whole team here. They've broken it into 2 teams for the 9-ball event.
And we're just about to start.
I don't think it's not on, eh?
It should be on. You can't hear anything? You're not going to hear anything. It's just you and me talking here, and they can hear us over here. Yeah.
How's the sound? Can you hear?
This is my friend Desmond. He is from Sault Ste. Marie. Been around the block a few times. He knows all these guys and all the good players.
Yeah, I was just in my mind before you said it.
So give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to leave you with Desmond for a second so I can get their lineup. Okay, that is neither one of, it was not me or Dez. That is PJ sitting very close and busting it out. They're playing his jams. So we have, this is PJ and Mark on a table, and Steven and Eric. So I'm going to try and keep score along with these guys so I don't have to keep checking the score, but it's tough following these games. They happen so fast.
This one here.
This is the camera that's on right now, which is this one. So that is a win for Eric on the first one. Mark, who got the first one? So if you are new to 9-ball 3-man teams, everybody plays their opponent twice. You break once and they break once. We're just tracking wins here. And unfortunately, I don't have mics on these guys, but there's a whole bunch of smack talking happening behind the scenes. So, PJ versus Mark gets 2 wins. We'll flip over to the second table here as Eric is just trying to finish out this rack.
On table 1, we're going to have a little preview of the finals. Stephen Hohen versus Eric.
Looks like Steven's just got the right-hand side of that one. He's just going to clip it. Try to leave Eric tough, which he...
Well, Stephen got a
he
good
got,
safety.
yeah, I don't know if, I don't think Eric can sink it, but I think he's got the left-hand side of that one ball.
Yeah, he can see a piece of it.
Yeah, just enough to clip, so I see another safety coming up here. I'm going to try and leave Steven tough. So for those of you guys who are waiting for the final for the men's 8-ball, that didn't happen because both the gentlemen are on the same team, but 2 separate teams right now, and that singles match did not happen. It will happen hopefully later this evening or tomorrow. So this is the next best thing. That final was supposed to be Eric versus Steven. Eric has to doubles ditch Steven for the 8-ball singles title.
And Stephen has a little angle on the 3-ball. He should be able to come back for the 4-ball.
Yeah, maybe just pop off that left rail.
Yeah.
Or do that and draw right back. That seemed a lot more simple. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We have got a hell of a match for you right now. We've just started. These are the second games. 9-ball 3-man teams. I'm joined by my friend Desmond Barry, who knows a lot of these players, has hung out with some of the best, a very accomplished player himself.
There's a win for Stephen.
Okay, so we are currently Jet Setters 1. It's hard to keep these guys straight now. Jet Setters 1 is 3 wins. Let me flip over the camera here while I try to figure this out.
On the other table, we have Joel Spence playing Barry
Jet
Huey.
Setters 2 is 1 win. So 3-1. Racing to 14, you guys.
Well, they come up a little bit straight, but he still shouldn't have a problem.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
They come up a little bit short.
A little smirk from Joe. He knows that Barry's doing a little happy dance over here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Left him tough. Giselle, they did draw for that BK rush earlier this evening, or sorry, late in the afternoon, I should say. I believe it was won by a John Barrow, and I will confirm that as soon as the guys get back from dinner, but it was drawn.
I think Barry's going to try to play that 7 ball straight back and hide the cue ball behind the 9 ball.
He very much could. He knows his teammates. He knows these boys probably, they know them themselves. He knows them better than anybody. It's unfortunately they've met up on the B side and one of them has to be out after this match. But eventually it's going to happen.
Joe left himself a little bit of an angle here, but it shouldn't be much of a problem.
Not sure if it's the table. Joe seems to be under hitting a little bit, so I'm sure he'll make some adjustments to that. That's a win for Joe.
Albert, how you doing? Well,
Who just won that?
I played Eric earlier at the
Who just won that game?
in the 8-ball tournament, and he didn't miss any shots. He was he played really well.
We're trying to convince Des to come out west, play some tournaments with us out there.
Yeah, I had
This is
2
an out?
drive breaks against Eric, and he took advantage of every opportunity there.
That was a good break for Barry. So guys, if you are unfamiliar with how the 9-ball 3-man teams work, you play your opponent 2 times. You break once and they break once. We're only tracking wins and losses. First team, in this case, to 14 wins, wins the match. Everybody is thrown into one group for the 9-ball 3-man teams, all 3 divisions, A, B, and C, and it's just a handicapped race. 9-ball off the break does not count in the bottom 2 corners, and the 3-foul rule is in effect.
It's a great shot by Barry.
Oh, that 7 just became a little tougher though.
No. Well, he's got a little bit of a long shot here on the 4-ball.
Yeah, Eric, Simon Pickering and Lido. No, Simon Pickering actually came to our 8-ball tournament that we had not too long ago. And that was in November. Eric also played Lido, I believe, is at one of our corner pocket tournaments in Red Deer. I think that was the last time Lido was there. I'm sure Eric met up with Lido in Penticton just the last couple weeks too. So.
Oh yeah, I played lots of pool with Lido. He's a great shot.
Yeah. So we're trying to talk Des into coming out for a couple of tournaments.
Yeah, I'll be doing a little bit more traveling now.
Unfortunately, it is really expensive to get out west and out east, back and forth. The flights are not cheap. Oh, good effort by Joe. Just hit it a little square, didn't really move anywhere.
He's going to have to come off the back rail, it looks like.
Joe's just telling Barry here that it's almost wired to that back corner. Looks like Joe's gonna chance it and see if he can get it moving. Oh, it's down close. Oh. So it gives Barry a chance here. Looks like Steven wins this game on the other one. Oh, and he wobbled it. It's a win for Joe. Oh no, this is... Okay, so we are currently, well, they're both racking at the same time. Let's go to Eric's match for a second here. And it is currently (6-3) for Jet Setters 1.
Yeah, I played lots of pool with Simon Pickering as well. We played on the same team in the BCA Las Vegas years back. He also won the Grand Masters a few years ago. He's a great shot, Simon Pickering.
Yeah, they just went to grab some dinner. Well, Steve will have to look into that. That sounds like a hell of a deal. And Barry is not happy with his game right now. He's over here saying bad words. That is one win for Joe on
And
that side.
Yeah, Joe just got the first game, I believe, against Eric.
These sheets are so confusing. Joe is playing Eric. I don't work with these sheets. Joe is playing Eric. Oh, can you do it?
I can't deal with the other ones. The other ones.
Can you do it? I can't do it. They're too confusing.
So he's playing Eric, right? Oh, fuck.
Can you fix my sheet for me? Sorry, guys. This is my first crack at trying to keep score of 3-man 9-ball. So what'd you say? It's 7-2?
Yeah, 7-2.
Okay, Steven says it's 7-2. So let's just do that for now, and then he'll fix my sheet.
Yeah, I lost one game.
Guys, we're watching the Jet Setters versus Jet Setters. They've broken their team into 2 3-man teams. It is Steven, PJ, and Joe versus Eric, Mark, and Hui.
Oh yeah, I played Pat there in the 8-ball. He was a great shot. Just a little bit of luck went in my favor there. And,
This is the first game, isn't it?
This is the first game, Barry? Second game, right?
2 into the 9. It's a fast rack.
So you're just gonna mark the second game with Eric and Joe there. That's a loss. That's 2. That's 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 2. 9-2. Yeah,
9-2. Okay.
This is it. Don't even have to really
What?
get up. Yep.
Are you not guys not
Yeah,
going to
that's
14?
it.
You guys aren't going to 14?
Race to 10 B-side.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. My mistake. They are only going to 10 because it's B-side. 14 on the A side, 10 on the B side. So, Jet Setters one here is on the hill.
Get up there. 6. So, Barry. Oh, I gotta wait anyway. Oh, no, I don't. See you tonight, Barry. My brain.
Oh,
Come on, Eric. Let's go.
tough one for Joe. It's gonna let Eric to the table, and it looks pretty textbook here. Unless you do that, it looked like the 5-6 was a little bit more straight on, but I guess he had some angle there.
Well, thanks a lot, Lynn. It's really fun to get out there again and play with these guys. I really tried to come out and play with Stevie and Joe. I used to play with them years ago in the Western Canada circuit when they were young boys. It's nice to see them again. Didn't get a chance to play with either one, but They turned out to be really, really great shots.
Did you used to play with Claude?
No,
No?
unfortunately, no, I didn't get a chance to play with Claude. I played with almost everybody else except for Claude.
Nice. Nice shit.
Wow. And that is game. Sorry, guys, my misunderstanding. The sheet said 14, but apparently it is a race to 14 on the A side, 10 on the B.
Yeah.
This 9-ball game goes real fast. I think that was a matter of felt like 15 minutes for that entire match. So guys, while I'm checking on what's going on here next, I'm just going to leave you with an overview here. This is the main event room, 54 tables, just from the desk where we're sitting at. I'm going to go check on that and I'll be back.
Is this still on?
Still on, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's do this.
I'm not too sure. Yeah, I used to play quite a bit with in the tournaments out west there with Stevie and Joe. Like I remember, I used to have to spot them guys, the 6 and 7 ball, play a 9 ball, and these guys sure come a long way. Um,
That's a pretty slow day if I only do 6,000. Sorry about that.
Okay, good. I don't think so. That's Ted right there in the green stripe on the side of his shirt. So you might want to just check with him, but I don't think so.
yeah. Oh, I'm in a little town just outside of Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It's just in the center of the Great Lakes.
Did you need something?
Oh yeah, just setting up with Brian. Got a few shows.
Oh, when is that tour?
Well, that's when he's given us a little bit of time. So this Ryan was left the one he wants.
Really the only one we just need to be concerned about the finals. And hopefully if that men's final gets put sometime in the singles final. Because Eric and Steve haven't played yet.
Well, first of all, it won't be in the night.
Yeah.
Saturday is anytime after 2:30. I want to preset
I would say not Saturday because that's when all your good football team matches.
setting aside an hour for something.
Yeah, I'm in Ontario. I don't play too much anymore. I did practice up there a couple of years ago, and I went out to Quebec and won the Quebec Super Elite tournament out there, and I think the same year I won the North Bay. I think it's a Northeast VNEA. regional tournament. But, and
I gotcha. Got this one here. This one. All your events. I just made this up. So that's new today. So we flash that up once in a while.
yeah, that's me on the mic here. They just invited me to the guys that usually do the commentating there. I guess they're on a lunch break. I think they're getting ready to start the next match here in a couple of minutes.
Okay, guys, here we go. So the guys are just filling in their score sheet. It looks like we've got Howie, Tom, and Doug. And let me just look on CompuSport here so we know where we're at. So, Jet Setters versus Team Society. And they're from New York. Excellent. So let me just change the scoreboard here. I'm sorry, guys, I had these names set up differently. So here we go. Score sheets are filled out. It looks like this is going to be Howie and Steven on table 1. Shane, I don't know, I'm 50-50 on my game today. I had a match at 9 a.m. I loathe morning pool. It's just one of those things. However, I played amazing, but just couldn't get out. I'm playing amazing shape. I'm coming short side. I'm hitting, 8-inch windows for a tough ball. But I just couldn't get out on my last ball, so fell a little short this morning. But that's okay. It was a good tournament anyhow. And I got to meet some amazing lady players that I typically wouldn't get to meet up with. So obviously we don't get out east very often. So really great. But thank you for asking. So sorry, on this table, the main table that we're watching here, I guess it ended up being Tom and Joe. So if you missed the 9-ball explanation, this is 3-man teams. You play your opponent twice. They break once and you break once. We're just tracking wins and losses. 9-ball does not count off the break in the back 2 pockets. And the 3-foul rule is in effect. This is the Jet Setter team from Calgary versus Team Society from New York. Nice shot, Joe.
Joe's going to have to find a way to come back for the 3-ball here.
Yeah, that might be a little difficult. That's full length table with the wrong angle. So we'll see what he does here.
The 3 passes in both pockets.
Looks like he's drawing it. That's probably as good as you can get on that shot. Hit it good.
That was a great shot.
So Steven gets the first win with Howie. So Howie broke the first one, so now it's Steven's break on the second one. And I see a 4-9 coming up here. Just like that. So that's a win for Joe. Danny, the A final has not finished. Steven won the hot seat, however. Eric Vargas came around the B side. Eric has to beat Steven twice. That was scheduled to go at 2 o'clock this afternoon. However, because Steven and Eric were both slated to play in the 3-man 9-ball, they didn't have time to do that. So they're planning on doing it whenever they have a lull in the schedule, but because the schedule is so tight, it's 9-ball tonight, and then 8-ball starts tomorrow as well. We're just going to try and fit it in wherever we can, and as I hear about that update, I will let you guys know.
I think we're all excited to watch, get ready to watch Steven
and
Eric.
Everybody's been asking us all day. It's kind of what you want to watch, and that's 8-ball is the game that everybody knows. It's the most skilled event from this for this tournament, so It's always nice watching these guys play 8-ball. Big smash from Joe. Oh! And that was massive. I think you got 4 balls there. 3 balls in the cue ball. 2 balls in the cue ball.
Well, so far the guys from New York haven't had too much chance at the table yet.
You know?
Like
but
coming this far, they must be pretty good shots. You know?
I don't know. Is it really that far from here? How far is New York from here?
New York, I'm not too sure how far New York is. I know from where I'm from, it's about 20 hours.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Bernie, I am trying to follow along here. Give me 1 second. From what I got, it is 2-0 for the Jet Setters. Whoops. This is the first time Team Society has been at the table here. So Joe's opponent is Tom. That's a win for Steven on this one.
Yeah. The score so far is 3-0 for the Jet Setters.
Looks like Tom just got one on Joe. So that'll be a 3-1. 3-1. We'll just flip over to the other table here. Sorry guys, I'm doing my best to follow along. This is the 3-man 9-ball team is new to me. And the games go so fast, it's hard to keep track. But Des and I are doing our best here. I have Desmond Barry from Sault Ste. Marie joining me here on the mic. Very accomplished player, has played with some of the best.
And Joe just made the 9-ball.
Did you just get that off the snap? Oh, 2-9 for Joe over there. So that's another one for Jet Setters. 4-5. But this is handy because I don't know the players, right? Yeah. Mark, this has just got water in it. I just used it for my soup.
Well, I think PJ's got a combination here.
Oh, thanks, Steve. Good. See, these guys are a wealth of information. 6 hours, that's not bad.
I thought he was gonna come close to the corner pocket there.
It's a nice shot from Peach.
Can we see that one?
So this is what's happening live here. When it gets to the tablet or your phone, there's probably at least a 30-second delay. So if you miss something here, you can watch it here. You can watch the replay. Good out by PJ.
Yeah. PJ just makes it 5-1. And on the other table, Joe Spence just got nice shape for the 9 ball, which will make it 6-1.
Yeah. There's another one for Jet Setters. Well, thank you for joining us, Steve. We've got some 3-man team 9-ball action for you today. Been playing 3-man team 9-ball for most of the day. We played a little bit of the singles this morning up until about noon, 1 o'clock. We switched over to 9-ball teams. So for those of you watching, we have not done the men's 8-ball singles final yet. That was slated to go at 2 o'clock, but both the players are playing in the 9-ball. So when we hear of that happening, we will let you guys know. PJ pushed out. That is a classic, Steve. That is watchable over and over and over. So it looks like Steven's left Doug fairly tough here. Trying to figure out a safety. Does he get it? Looks like he did. PJ's going to try and kick at it here. Slid a little bit on him.
I noticed that when you put it, even when I play, if you put check on it and you shoot too hard, it doesn't grab, right?
Thank you,
I
Keith.
noticed that.
If you guys could just take a quick minute and share the stream for us, we'd really appreciate it. More viewers, the better. We've got some great matches going on right now. Hopefully we can keep it up all night. I believe tomorrow is the start of 8-ball teams. like Doug's got a good opportunity to get another one on the board for his team here, so. I never like to see it being a blowout. You always like to see these matches be real close. Looks good for that 6-ball on the side. Keep rolling. Tough to see the angle from here, but he looks okay.
I got a little bit, not quite straighted on the 8-ball, but I think he can come over on the
Just draw straight back, maybe.
on the other side. Yeah.
Skate over. Okay. Tough to see the angles where we're at. Des and I are literally sitting right straight back on this table, so the only angles we get to see are from the camera view. I'm lost on the score sheet already again. 8-1. We'll slide over to Steven's game here.
It's 6-2 so far for the Jet Setters.
So Steven got the 9 off the break, but it was in one of the bottom 2 pockets, so it does not count. It just gets spotted. Steve, I'm afraid you're possibly right. I'm not sure what's going on. I think Grant actually just came in and dropped off coffee for me, and then he disappeared. So Grant has the gift of gab, so he may be just stuck talking to somebody. This poor somebody that has to listen to Grant. He has the ability to talk forever, so you never know where he's at. But he did drop me off a coffee, so that's nice. So in the 3-man team event, guys, you play your opponent 2 times. They break once, you break once. We're only counting wins. First team to 10 wins the match. And I'm just gonna look on CompuSport here to see where we're at. So this is for 3rd place, guys. 3rd place in the men's 3-man 9-ball. 3rd place will take home $420. Winner goes on to play Asked Carl. 2nd place is $780. 1st place is $1330 plus entry into next year's event. No, unfortunately, I don't think Grant's too cheap to get me Bailey's in my coffee, unfortunately. I don't know, Tony. These guys are pretty big guys. And they actually haven't had a real meal since, like, the weekend. So we've been eating, stuff from the food court. There's a burger place, a Subway, and chicken, a KFC, and a Pizza Hut downstairs. It's quick and easy. That's kind of what we've been living off of for the last few days. Like PJ. PJ's been on the bachelor diet as well. That looks like a good break here.
I think I missed that last game.
Yeah, I did too, but I'm not sure if he's got a shot on this one ball. He might just be able to see the right-hand side of that one just to clip it. I don't know. Do you push out here, Des, or do you just clip that one ball?
I think it would be a hit. You can roll the cue ball behind the 9 ball after you make a hit from the back rail. But he played it the other way.
Yeah. Not sure if Steven sees that one ball up. Looks like it's tight. Oh, sorry. Both the screens are different, so. What are we at here? 5, 7, 8. We handed it 8-1. I'll just verify and make sure that that's right. I think we've missed a game or so. There's another one for PJ on the other table. These games are going so fast, guys. It's hard to keep up. Me and Joe. That's Steven, I think. Is that match?
I
think that's
they're
match.
at about eight games. I think I missed.
These games are going so fast, guys. It's hard to keep track. 2-9 combos, and you don't know whether they're on their first game or their second game. Looks like they're still racking, so we'll switch to this table here. They're still racking over here.
It must be about 9 games.
I don't know. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here.
I believe the score now is the Jet Setters 9 and Team Society 2. Just waiting for
you
this
got
one
it,
game
Ben.
now.
It is 9-2. I'm new at this 9-ball thing. It's too fast for me. I think I'm going to stick with 8-ball, guys. Okay, so 9-2, you guys. The Jet Setters need one more game. The loser of this match goes out in 3rd place, which was for $420. The winner will go on to play Ask Carl. And they are from Nova Scotia. It'll be $780 for second and $1330 for first. plus an entry into next year's tournament.
Can you ask Robert Wright if he's still on to just comment on the stream?
Robert Wright, if you are still watching the stream, can you just send us a quick comment so that we can match your profile so we can send you a message back? We're watching 9-ball teams, guys. 9-ball does not count on the break unless it's in the back 2 pockets. Only the top 4. If you get it off the break, it's spotted. And the 3 foul rule is in effect. We haven't seen too much of that today.
Team Society just made a great angle shot there on the 1 ball. Now he might have to do the same thing on the 2, or he's got to bank this in the side pocket.
Looks like he's going for the cut. Oh, almost flashed the 9. Well, that makes the 5 ball a little tougher. He's gonna have to figure out a way to get back to the for a breakout here, or make a 3-9 combination. That might work.
He can just lay the cue ball off the 3 in behind the 9 ball by the corner
and just,
pocket.
Play a safety or carry him the 5 in, you mean?
No, just play safety behind the 9 ball.
Oh, he went for it. He went for it and got unlucky. That cue ball skated right into that corner pocket. So ball in hand here for Team Society.
They both play against each other, so the winner keeps going. So that means that they still got to play every hour in their team event. Yeah. See, Steve's playing right now.
Well, they shouldn't have no problem with these last 2.
Yeah. It looks like the teams have slowed right down. They're just playing 1 table at a time because Jet Setters only needs 1 more game. So that's a win for Team Society. That's going in the right direction. I'd like to see these games nice and tight. This is almost over. Yeah, so Jet Setters, guys, only needs 1 more game, so they've kind of slowed it down.
On the 1 table, Team Society just broke the balls and has a tough angle shot in the 2 ball.
Looks
But
like he can just clip the left side of that, no?
Oh, he can make it. It's just a tough
can he
shot.
make it?
It's a long and a tough shot. And he made it.
So it looks like Team Society is going to make a run for it here. They're not going out without a fight.
Steven landed safe.
It's almost a free swing at that there.
Well, he's going to come off the back rail and try to hit the one ball.
It's a good hit. But doesn't. Oh, he did get lucky with the leap. It's good.
Yeah, he
Stevens
landed
frozen to the back of that 9 ball. Looking at the kick. Not bad.
And it's hard to tell if the 1-9 are touching, but after a little bit off, that could leave him a combination on the 1-9.
Looks like that angle might be just a little off for that top left corner. But it's a good shot. Leave Steven tough, that's about all you can do. Tony, we have had some snow here. It's pretty much snowed every day since we've gotten here. Hasn't been too heavy. Hasn't lasted long. It's not too cold outside, so it pretty much melts as soon as it hits the streets. But definitely have to wear a jacket, but it is still beautiful. And luckily it's not windy here.
On the other table, Team Society just got another win.
Good lead for Steven too, he's laughing. Neither team wants to give it up. And that's what I think pool is all about sometimes. You know, even when you're down, you can't stop rallying. It's the rally that makes you great, I think. To be able to come down, come back, and still win. Keep it close, keep it tight. It's the never giving up that makes you great.
Oh yeah, you can't give up. I know so many times I've been down 10-1 in a match, a race to 11, and come back to win.
That's excellent. There he goes, little touch. Oh, I thought that was going in. So, first opportunity Steven's actually had a shot at the table here. We'll see.
Well, they only
if
need
he can
one
make it
win now,
happen.
and Steven's got a wide open table now. You just got to come out to the middle table here to get a shot at the 3. That's where he landed perfect.
I suppose you're not counting Steven as a normal opponent there, Bernie. It's got the 7, 8, 9. Oh, and PJ got it over on this side, guys, so it is match. That's team for Jet Setters. So, Let me just take a look at the CompuSport draw. Ask Carl, that is slated to go at 9 p.m. right now, so I believe that's going to be coming up next. So don't go anywhere.
Okay, thanks for having me, guys.
Are you taking off on me, Des?
I'm going to give it back to the regular commentators. Maybe I'll join you again there in a bit.
Thanks for joining me, Des. It was a pleasure having you. I'm sure we will have more of you here throughout the week. We're here Friday and Saturday. Hang tight, guys. I'm just going to check and see if there's another match coming up. While I do that, I'm going to leave you with this. This is the new Q raffle that we've got going on right now. It is the OB124. Wrapless bird's eye maple, comes with the OB shaft. We're only doing 30 tickets on this bad boy. $20 a piece. You can email transfer qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. PayPal.me/qsportslive. You know the drill. Once we get your transfer, we will take a picture of your ticket and send it off to you. This is the overview of the room for now, guys. I'm going to go and check and see if they have slated somebody to come up on these tables 1 and 2.
on that camera.
Which one is it?
If
We're
you-
on that
there-
one. Right?
We're on the big one that's showing the whole room. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
go out a little bit and wave.
Okay. I didn't want to bug him when he was playing. My kids are right there.
No, out go by table 3.
Right here. Stop. Stop.
No.
Yeah, right here.
No.
We can see her.
She's on there. Table 3, right beside it.
We can see her. When she's not in there. I don't know why they just don't face me. Better. Peach. Peach. Are these guys up into the B side? Sure.
Okay, guys, just hang tight. The teams are getting set up here. This is going to be the first and second place match, the final. It's going to be the Jet Setters versus Ask Carl. Jet Setters are obviously from Alberta, Calgary. Ask Carl looks like they're from Nova Scotia. And Ask Carl is the team that put the Jet Setters to the B side. So I'm just going to confirm the race here because I believe Ask Carl is a division down, if I'm not mistaken. But let me confirm, and I'll get right back to you. But this will be for first and second place.
Q Sports Live. You guys are Ask Carl? Yeah. You guys put them on the B side, right? Yeah. So what are you guys racing to? 9. You guys race to 9 and they race to?
How many people are on your team? 5?
Is that how it works? Even because they've been racing with 10 because it's B side.
Yeah, well, it's different on B side. So
Carl and Joe and Ryan and Steven. Who's Ryan? You're big.
So they go to 9 and you guys go to 14?
That's right.
9 and 14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go. Give me the look. Get it.
Hey, can you tag me in that?
You can't find it?
I can't find it.
Do a search on Facebook. Q. All 3 words. 3 words. Hun.
team strategy safety breaks, holy fuck.
And Steve with the win there. Sorry, guys, I just got back from a little break. Steph and Grant are out. Took a little walk outside. We'll try to keep you updated on the score as best we can as we go along. I know Steven got the one there. Jet Setters 3. What's the score, PJ? No idea.
So we're well underway, guys. Sorry. It was a good hit by Joe on the 4 ball. Leaves him a shot, though. Originally, this is the team that put the Jet Setters to the B side. What division is this? Are you guys a B? C? I know, but you guys are considered a C team? So originally, Ask Carl was the team that put the Jet Setters to the B side. They are considered a C division team. So they are racing to 9. Jet Setters are going to 14. The score is accurate as of right now, guys. It is 3-0 for the Jet Setters. And like I just said, they are going to 14. Ask Carl is going to 9. You want it?
Buy you soup later. It's chili, not soup.
It's chili.
Fine, I'm gonna go mow it.
So Ask Carl is on the board on the second table here. 3-1, but Brian is just doing something on the computer, so we'll update that as soon as he's done. barely a scratch on table 1 here. But it was a good save. It's got the 8 ball all the way up. And that's 2. 3-2.
Steve, you're up. Steve, you're up.
Back to table 2. Everything is fairly wide open on this table here. Nice back and forth for the 2 ball. I think he's got too much angle to hold it, so he's got to go off that top rail. Oh, missed the rail, but he got the pocket. Stevens scratches on his break on the other table, and that table is also wide open. TJ's got the 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a win for Jet Setters. Goes to 4. So if you're missing the how this 3-man 9-ball team event works, you play your opponent 2 times. You break once, they break once. We're just counting wins. Jet Setters is an A team. They will race tonight to 14. And Ask Carl is a C team, so they're racing to 9. Originally, this team Ask Carl was the team that put the Jet Setters to the B side. Brennan, if you're interested in that Q draw, we're doing a Q draw for the OB right now. We're only selling 30 tickets, everybody. 20 bucks a pop. Email address is qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. paypal.me/qsportslive. As soon as we receive your money, we'll take a picture of your ticket and send it back to you. And as soon as we sell out of those tickets, we will do the draw live on the camera. Looks like the Nova Scotia team has asked for a ref to watch this shot here. It is clean. Nice shot, PJ. So PJ's on the 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the first table, it looks like Steven has a clear shot at this one ball. As Carl was looking for a safety to snug in behind that 2 ball, but just bumped it out. PJ just hit the inside horn for that 8 ball. Just slid out on him. That's 5 for the Jet Setters. Steven finished up this other table. No, Brennan, it shouldn't ask you for a password. We have it on auto deposit, so it should not ask for a password. But if it does by chance, you can use Pool 2018. It's going to be a tight match, guys. Ask Carl has only got to go to 9. So, just for an extra treat for you guys, tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, we will have Dr. Q, Tom Rossman, here in the building. He's going to give us a quick clinic. So make sure you guys tune in for that. That's going to be an hour-and-a-half session with Dr. Q. A wealth full of knowledge. If you guys can tune in for that, make sure you do. That is not something that we're able to stream very often. So we're super excited about that. Tom Rossman, Dr. Q, tomorrow, Friday at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tony, I'm not sure what you're looking at, but the Jet Setters actually have 2 different teams. They brought 1 team in total, 6 guys, but for the 9-ball event, they've split into 2, 3 and 3. So there's a Jet Setters 1 and a Jet Setters 2. So for the 9-ball event, Steve, they've put everybody in one division and it is handicapped. So I believe it was the C teams would race to 9, the B teams race to 11, and the A teams race to 14. There's a game for Joe. Thank you, Brendan. As soon as the guys receive it, they will send you a picture of your ticket. Nice little rub for PJ to not scratch there. So fortunately for the Ask Carl team, when you are unranked, I believe you are able to come in at the lowest division, the C, as soon as you place high or make the money. Probably place high, probably top 3. I think you do have to move up to the next division. So next year they will be Bs for sure. Yes, Blake, that is correct. They paid for 2 separate teams in the 9-ball event. So 2 entries, 2 green fees, 2 registration fees, 2 of everything. This match here is for first and second. I believe those numbers are 1330 plus entry to next year's event for first, and 780, if I remember correctly, for second place. We're following along as close as we can, Steve, so I believe those numbers are correct. So Greg, like I just explained, everybody is in the same division. They've grouped everybody into one division for the 9-ball teams. So A, B, and C, so it's a handicapped system. Ask Carl is considered a C division team, so they are racing to 9. Jet Setters is A, obviously, and they are racing to 14. A B division would have raced to 11, I believe it was. They're back to their original race because Jet Setters have come back around to play the hot seat winners. So they originally raced to 14 on the A side and 10 on the B side. So now because they've come back around, they're back to their original race of 14. Kevin, if you're having a problem with your stream, just close Facebook and come back in. It's probably just a glitch with your Facebook. We're watching along here with the tablet, so everything looks good on our end. Yeah, Tony, they have 6 players here for Jet Setters, so they've just split the team into 2. There's Jet Setters 1 and Jet Setters 2. The team that we are watching right now is Jet Setters 2. Ask Carl was the team that put them to the B side originally. I'm assuming, Greg, that they would race to the same races again. I'm not positive. I'll try and find out for you, but that's what I'm assuming. Joe's been breaking like a monster today. He's been crushing this 9-ball break. So for those of you who don't know, in the 9-ball event here, the 9-ball does not count in the back 2 pockets for the 9-ball off the break. If that does happen, the 9-ball comes back up, it is spotted. But it does count in the top 4 pockets, if you can get it moving. 3-foul rule is in effect here. We haven't seen too much of that today. So both tables have opted to push out on the first shot. PJ's going to give it back to the Ask Carl team. PJ's got half a ball here, so he's looking to jump it. Didn't happen. Ball in hand for the Ask Carl team. Hours of watching. Greg, are you getting paid to watch pool? That's a tough shot. He's just got the left side of that 5-ball and he's right over a ball. Good hit, and oh, he almost got lucky there. Looks like Joe's working on a 7-8-9 on the second table. Oh, PJ's just not getting very lucky. Big break on table 1, but nothing goes down. Looks like Ask Carl's going to be able to get out here. Oh, how lucky was that? Nice little bump on that 9. Still cuts down to the top right corner. It's a good one. So now it is PJ's break for his same opponent. You play your opponent 2 times. So you break once, they break once. Word counting wins. Jet Setters goes to 14. They're an A team. And Ask Carl goes to 9. They're considered a C team. So this could be over fairly quickly. And this is for first and second, guys. $780 for second and $1330 plus next year's entry for first. These guys play good. Jet Setters are going to have to pull up their socks here. PJ almost got that 9 ball on the side. That would have been a nice win. They could use a couple of those right now. They're trying to stay pumped over there. I'm kind of watching them to the side. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Brad's just going to double check the score for us. It's, these games go very fast and tough to know whether you missed a game or not because they're playing each other twice. It is 9-6. So Jet Setters leads 5 games here to 3 for Ask Carl. Yeah, these guys shoot real good. This team is from Nova Scotia, and if you missed it, they were the team that actually originally put the Jet Setters to the B side. So the Jet Setters are looking for a little redemption here.
You want trouble, eh? You want some trouble, don't you?
Thanks, Greggy. Why handicap the finals? I think it's handicapped all the way through. Right through to the finals. And I would imagine that would be the way it would be for any sort of handicap tournament system. This Nova Scotia team is on a roll. They're feeling good. They're pumping themselves up over here. I don't know if you can hear all the cheering here, but they actually have a lot of support. We're out east, and they have all the eastern support. They're getting loud, they're getting rowdy, they're pretty pumped that they have a chance to beat the Jet Setters. And that's a really big accomplishment, I guess. They know that Joe and Steven and PJ play real good. So this is kind of a notch in their belt. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be giving this Ask Carl team a chance at the table because these guys can shoot.
For a Seamaster team.
So Steven at table 1, Joe's racking on table 2. If you watch these guys as much as I do, you know that they don't quit. So
Is that 9-7 now?
they're not going down without a fight.
I think with that last. Five games is a big spot.
That was a nice 9-ball for Steven. Nice 9-ball.
9.
14.
9 to 14, so 4-2.
Not yet. Can take up to an hour, Brendan.
Yeah, I don't think they haven't seen anything yet, Brendan, but it cannot take up to an hour for any transfers, so.
Yeah, it all depends
tight.
which bank you're with.
I believe this is Carl at the table here in the blue shirt. And he seems to be on a mission.
Tough to get to 4 now.
I think Carl's got a little bit of angle here. Or he's going to draw back for that 4-ball. I think it looks like it rolled in on him a little bit.
Yeah, he'll be heading for that 9. Slasher.
I haven't seen Carl crack a smile since he's been in this match. He looks like he's out for blood. Tough match, tough match.
Steven's out. I'm not on the microphone, so.
Oh my goodness. You're watching the inset table there. Joe just got a rub and sat directly behind that 9-ball. He does not have a shot at the 6.
Don't know why he played it that soft, though.
Looks like he's going for the short stick. That's one for Steven. 11-7. He's saying his curse won't work, but I'm calling BS. Come on. Tough shot, tough shot. But we're completely biased here.
Who's biased?
We are neutral. We're Switzerland. We're supposed to be Switzerland.
I can be Switzerland.
We're jet setter neutral.
On the stream, sorry.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be Switzerland.
I am not Switzerland.
However, this Nova Scotia team is shooting great. And they've got Captain Oh My Captain sitting on the side, rooting them. Come on, boys, let's go, let's go. One time, one time. Nice touch from Joe. little more bounce off the rail would have been nice.
Well, Joe's looking at that. We'll go over to Steven.
Yeah, it looks like Joe's called the bottom corner pocket here. A nice recovery from Joe. Oh. So Steven just
Yeah.
double horn that 6 ball in the corner pocket, but he gets a good leave out of it. I think that 6 ball is probably close to, if not frozen on the rail, on that first diamond. So just double horn that 6 ball out. I spooked Carl. I'm half rooting Carl. Like, I want them to do well, and it's a big.
Okay, give the headset back. You're done.
I think it's a big accomplishment if you can beat a team like the Jet Setters.
Race to 2.
Yeah, that is right, Ben. Oh. Didn't expect that chance. Weck has been shooting really good all week.
And dry break on this other table. So,
okay,
Jet Setters on the hill.
Jet Setters are on the hill first. Some friendly banter at the table. Everybody would like to see a second set, for sure. This is the final. This is B-side. These guys have the hot seat. So first and second place could be happening here, guys. $13.30 for first, plus entry into next year's 9-ball team event. $7.80 for second. Jet Setters are coming around from the B-side. They're going to 14. Ask Carl is going to 9. Ask Carl is the original team that put him to the B-side. So, Jet Setters are looking for blood, for some redemption. And Ask Carl wants this trophy so bad.
It's the first time the Jet Setters have been on the B-side in over a year. In any tournament they've played.
It's tough in this handicap system. for me, even the fact that the Jet Setters have come this close in this kind of a handicap system is pretty awesome. Because I couldn't imagine it being much tougher. Because these guys shoot good. So Steven and Weck on table 1 here. Weck has called a push. I think the spectators would like to see a second set.
Fans always like to see it go the distance.
Yeah.
Yep.
As a spectator, I always like to see close matches regardless of who it is. You never want to see blowouts. Those are never fun to watch. Wow. Oh my goodness. So that just happened. We are hill, guys. And Weck is at the table here. 7-8-9. Weck is trying to collect himself. Hey, flip it to this table. Weck can win it here for his team.
No, he can't.
That's Carl.
They've started this match, so they got to finish this one. It's the CCS rules, so they can still tie it. That's that's why Joe ran and broke.
Okay. Whoa. There's some commotion. Okay, so they're calling a ref. Okay, guys, this is actually happening. So the commotion is because the game has already been broken and the game is actually in progress. Because Ask Carl has actually already reached their 9, it's not counting as a win yet because there's a game in progress. Jet Setters still has a chance to tie the game. So
He shot that shot. They could argue and say, hey, he accepted it.
okay, guys. So, sorry, I don't mean to be yelling, but these guys are super loud around me. So what I said was true. However, it was not Joe's break. It was supposed to be Carl's break. But what Ryan is saying is because Carl actually walked up to the table and took a shot at the table, the jet setters could technically argue that with a ref. However, they've just conceded and gave it to them. Ask Carl is super excited. Yeah. So anyways, that just happened, so I hope everybody learned something from this match. There was a whole lot going on.
Look out for a C team.
That is a CCS rule. They are still conversing about the rule. I will let you guys know what the ruling is.
The only thing they can argue is you took a shot, which is giving them the break.
I'll give you guys the overview of the room. I don't know if you're going to catch any of that, but they're still conversing, guys, still conversing.
Yeah, and they tried to stop him too.
That's accepting it, though. It's the only argument they're going to have.
If anything, it's their mistake.
Well, Angelo, let that be a lesson to you. You should never step away from a match. You never know what is going to happen. Yeah, let that be a lesson to everybody. Know the rules before you walk into a match. And it went hill. So, just to recap for you guys, the match went hill. Weck with Ask Carl was on the 7 ball. Joe racked his table and broke. So technically is a game in progress. Apparently that is a rule for CCS that if there is a game in progress, you cannot call the match. Jet setters would then have an opportunity to tie the match, and they would go to another game, a game breaker. However, Ask Carl team did not know that, so they celebrated early, according to the jet setters, because there was a game in progress. However, it was not Joe's break. It was not his turn to break. It was supposed to be Carl's turn to break. But Carl actually walked up to the table and took a shot. So the argument is there is a game in progress. It was an illegal game because it was not the right breaker. But when Carl went and took a shot, it's almost like he accepted that break. So they're still discussing. It's very loud. We'll see what actually comes of that. I don't know. Grant and Ryan are kind of in the thick of it, trying to get all the info, make sure that they can relay the right outcome.
These guys are not even in the team, man. These guys are the best fucking players in the country trying to fucking. These guys are some of the best players in the country trying to steal a fucking tournament. Yeah. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Have some fucking class. Like, what the fuck? Like, are you fucking serious?
What a sport, bad sportsman.
You're playing pool in fucking China for the Chinese 8-ball. You're gonna steal a fucking tournament like this?
Yeah.
For rules, for stupid fucking rules? Fucking unbelievable.
So what did they say?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a kind of a conglomerate of a bunch of different things. The game still is in progress. Jet setters do have an opportunity to tie because that is a CCS rule when there is a game in progress. It was an illegal break because it was not Joe's turn to break. But Carl taking a shot at the table is almost like he's accepting the illegal break. However, jet setters have shook hands, so that is looked at a concession. So they're talking about technicalities here. And everybody does have their points, but we'll see whose point they side with. Yeah, that's hard to say, Greg. I don't think that Joe would actually do that. In the heat of the moment, there's so much pressure and tension here. It's easy to forget. And there's about, I'd say about, 40 people, 50 people standing around watching this match. They know it's for first and second. I see both sides of the coin. They're still conversing about it. So Ryan is saying, so now something new to add to the mix. On Ask Carl's score sheet, they only had 8 wins. So they didn't have the 9th one, or they only had 8 wins total. They hadn't, that game was not the 9, is what. So Ask Carl wasn't positive about the score. So according to their score sheet, they were only at 8 still. Yeah, I don't know, Bernie, if that rule still applies about breaking down your cue because people have so many cues now. It's not like it used to be back in the day where you had one cue. People have breaking cues, they have playing cues, they have jumping cues. You know, they bring a spare cue just in case the tip falls off one. So I don't think that breaking down of cues one still applies. But this match here has got a little mix of everything, so I hope everybody's learning something. Who was home team? Who is home? You guys home or are they home? They were home? I'm not sure. I'm not looking at a score sheet here.
Who was home? You guys want to play big? Huh? You guys want to play big? You wondered who's home.
Were you guys home or are they home?
They were home.
Ask Carl team was home. But these sheets are not carbon score sheets. They're just like regular sheets of paper, and you write down the lineup on one, and then you have to write it on the other. So. Yeah, the guys are just sitting at the table, just waiting for the captains to iron everything out. It's kind of calmed down a little bit. PJ and Steven are just sitting at the table here.
Hey, we're going to get the head ref to explain here.
Oh, awesome. We're going to get the head ref to explain. This is going to be Mike Wasloo. Mike Wasloo knows all the ins and outs, so we're just going to get him hooked up here and he'll explain the ruling.
Is there no earpiece? No. Perfect. All right, everyone, it's Mike Wasloo here, one of the head refs here. So I just want to explain what was happening here. So the team that was playing on table one was still playing that game. And the way our rules work on the score sheet is that if a game is in progress, when one team hits their winning race number, that game that's in progress will still continue. So what happened is when Joe Spence was at the table and won that game, to enforce that rule of a game in progress finishes, he got up, racked the balls really quick, and broke, just to get that game in progress, so it would have to finish. Now, if Joe would have won that game, then both teams would have got their race number, they would have got to their final score, and they would have had to play a tiebreaker. Now, the problem we had is it was not Joe's break. So by Joe jumping up really fast and breaking them, he actually never gave the opposing team the option to break or the option to hold off and just say, hey, wait, I'm going to wait 10, 15 seconds till the other game finishes before I break. So our ruling on that was, like I say, it was the wrong person breaking, and Joe jumping up and racking those and breaking them took that option away from the opposing team because it was actually their turn at the table. So hopefully that makes sense. If anybody has any questions, just put a comment on the Facebook page there, and we'll definitely answer it. But like I say, the ruling is the opposing team wasn't given the option to break and to hold up that one game from what they're entitled to do. So hope that explains everything. Like I say, any questions, just fire off some questions on the page, and I will definitely help everybody here answer that for you. Thanks, guys.
So I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So even if Carl got up and actually took a shot at this table, is he not accepting the illegal breaker?
He didn't know at the time that it was his break. So things just got so hectic at the very end. We took that into account too. And like I say, the ultimate ruling we looked at was the fact that Carl wasn't given the option to do that break. I don't think Joe even knew that it wasn't his break at the time. So
yeah, I think that there was so much stress and high tension in the room at that point. So many eyes on them.
Yeah, everybody's got caught up in the moment, and Carl didn't know what he was doing, so he just went up. He's told it was his turn, and he shot. And then the truth came out, and we found out that, hey, it was the wrong person's break. So we just stopped, suspended play, and then looked at all the facts that we had and realized what happened. And that's the ruling that me and the other head referee came up with.
Well, thank you very much, Mike. I think that is most of the questions that we had, and that was just simply that, you know, if Carl got to the table and took a shot, does that kind of void the illegal breaker? So that was a great explanation. I know that you guys took everything into account, and I don't think that either team meant to maliciously try to take the title away from either. It was just questionable on both accounts.
Yeah, and with the intent in the rules and in the interest of fair play, I mean, that's the ruling we came up with. So
match is over. Definitely Ask Carl team will be a B team next year. So they shot really good. And you never know, guys. They might be definitely a C division team, but even bad players have great nights sometimes. We don't know. We don't know these guys.
So I'm just looking at some of the people asking here, what about the wrong score? So I don't know where that is coming from. So I don't know if the score on the screen might have been incorrect, but myself and the other head referee went through the score sheets, and the score on the score sheets, what overrules, and the score on the score sheets is correct.
I think that what Ryan was saying was that the Ask Carl team had one less win on their sheet, so maybe their score was incorrect. So
yeah, they didn't
mark
in that last win that Carl got. So
okay.
Yeah, I counted it all up. I thought that too. I looked at both score sheets. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys are only at 7 or 8, not your 9. And it says no, we forgot, we didn't write that win in yet. So everything made sense at that point. So
right. So guys, that is the match for the night. Jet Setters obviously racing to 14, and Ask Carl going to 9. It was a close match. Hill. We got to give it up for Ask Carl. They made a huge accomplishment taking away a title from the Jet Setters, because those are the guys you definitely want to beat.
Yeah, and it just goes to show, I mean, you got a C team beating an A team, so it just goes to show the handicapping in the system, it works. It's I've heard a lot of flack lately over the last few years about the handicapping and how that works, and it's unfair, but you know what? It works. So I like seeing other teams other than the A teams always winning this event, so that's good to see.
Well, thank you for joining us, Mike. That was a great explanation. I think everybody feels a little bit more at ease because it was pretty hot in here for a little bit. So congratulations.
Yeah, so just looking
to
at the
Ask
side
Carl.
here, Steve Cooper, I'm just looking at your team, so it says your comment. So it says if a team is allowed to wait to see if they win, then this game in process rule is sort of bogus, isn't it? In a point, I mean, what happened is when that game was won by Joe, the other team who has to break is now in control of that game. So if he wants to choose and wait a little bit, he's in no obligation to jump up and rack the balls and break him as quick as he needs to. He's completely allowed to take his time and wait for that game to finish. We actually had the same thing happen earlier, the same kind of scenario, but the one team actually stood and waited to see who won, and they lost the game. And I came up and I said, guys, this game wasn't in progress. The match is over. So hopefully that explains everything. So everyone, have a good night.
Okay, guys, so we want to thank our head ref, Mike Wazaloo, for joining us and just giving us a proper explanation of how that ruling came to resolution. So let that be a lesson to you. Whenever you're walking into a tournament and you're playing a division, know the rules before you walk in, because you never know with all the craziness that happens in a final match what can happen. So Brennan, hang tight. I'm just going to track down one of the guys here and see if they have received your transfer. How many tickets left on the OB draw? It looks like quite a few. So we have actually just started that, and I will flash that up for you right now so you know what we're talking about. This is the OB 124. It's a wrapless bird's eye maple with the OB shaft cue. Very pretty. We're only selling 30 tickets on this sucker. So $20 a ticket. You can email transfer your funds to qsportslive@gmail.com or via PayPal. PayPal.me/qsportslive. Once we receive your transfer, we will email you a picture of your ticket or send it to you via Facebook Messenger. And as soon as we sell out those 30 tickets, guys, we will do the draw. It looks like there is just a few tickets in the jug here. So this is the next raffle. Tomorrow we have, let me see what's going on here. Tomorrow we're starting with 8-ball teams, and it looks like B and C teams and the ladies divisions. Saturday, it looks like the A divisions will be joining us, but I will double check that. It doesn't sound right that it wouldn't be all divisions tomorrow. But the A guys might get a day off. You never know. No, that shouldn't matter, Brennan. The only things that are ever case sensitive are passwords. So for email addresses and stuff like that, they are not case sensitive. So not to worry about that. Brennan, I'm looking on Ryan's phone here, and it looks like he did get an email from you. So Ryan has received your email transfer. As soon as he is done conversing with some of the players here, he will come back and accept that and send you your ticket. So not to worry, but I do see the notification on his phone. We have received it. Thanks, Ben. You checked on that for me? I don't have the CCS schedule handy with me. This is just one that we made up for the stream. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll leave you guys with this shot here for now. I'm going to check and see if we are done for the evening or what is happening on these stream tables. Hang tight. I will come back and let you guys know.
Maybe it's on.
Okay, guys, newsflash. It looks like Steven and Eric are going to play their A final. Not their A final, their final. Steven is in the hot seat for the 8-ball singles. Eric is coming around from the B side, so Eric has to double dip Steven. So Steven is just hitting some balls right now, getting warmed up. This is going to happen, so I am going to reset the stream. We're going to close this one down, and we will reset for their match. 50-50 draw will be done at the end of the night, Jim. That'll probably be close to around midnight. To be honest, we haven't had a chance to do a lot of walking around today. So I'm telling Eric and Steven to just get it done now, because you never know with these two. Steven would rather sleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You never know if it's going to get done tomorrow. Ryan is on table 2, so you can see in this overview here, Steven is in the bottom left. That's table 1. And Ryan and James Blackman are hitting balls on table 2. Our table, you can just kind of see a clip of it in the right bottom corner there. That's where we're sitting. So guys, we are at 3 hours and 23 minutes, so I'm going to shut down the stream here. And as soon as these guys are ready to go, we will start up again. So hang tight, we'll be back momentarily.